I'm showing you the fight against the Nebula Pillar in this video. It is the magic themed pillar, at least in terms of the fragments you get. They'll be used to produce all the endgame high quality magic user items such as the Nebula armor. Now the fight itself is, I would say, fairly easy with one exception. The enemies that you see with the orbiting eyes around them can really do a lot of damage. And it's the kind of thing where you fight 10 of them and they don't harm you very much, and then the next 1 or 2 of them in a row might just own you for some reason. It's really hard to explain. So keep your eye on your health bar during this fight, because as I said, you might be surprised with how 1 or 2 of a particular enemy might really get a jump on you, and I can't really explain it. I guess I can attribute it to poor play on my part, but I know we're all subject to that from time to time, so bear that in mind during this fight. You will also see projectiles that will home in on you while in the air, and they eventually evaporate. It's the kind of projectile we've seen many times over throughout the years in various games, so you can't defeat them by blasting them with your own weapon. You just have to outrun them until they fade away. Other enemies include enemies with ranged attacks on the ground, but really like in the other pillars, if you have a flying mount or a good pair of wings, you're not going to be seeing as much of those, especially if you have a good minion or group of minions, because I found that throughout this fight, my Stardust Dragon was dispatching quite a few of these enemies on the ground, which freed me up to take care of some of these problematic enemies throughout the air. Now, another distinguishing feature of this fight for me was I found that not just this time, but other times, the enemies are defeated so quickly you can actually lower the barrier on the pillar itself faster than in some of the other fights. It really is quite a bit different in my experience, and that may just be me, but anyway, once the barrier goes down, this pillar, just like all the other pillars, is a sitting duck. If you've made it that far, you shouldn't have any problems defeating it. So good luck, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Like it if you found it useful to you, and by all means feel free to subscribe to the channel.